After getting some friendly words of encouragement from my father, I helped a stranger catch a Pokemon. He said something very concerning, but I tried my best to not let it get to me. On the way out of town, a fan stopped to give me some advice. There's only 2 new Pokemon we need from Route 104. First up is Marill. Once we get to Slateport City, we'll get a sea incense so we can breed it. We also have Tailo. When I first played Emerald, I just overleveled my Sceptile and ran the Hoenn region, but ever since then I've always had a Swellow on my team. To make it easier on myself later on, I'm going to catch a Cascoon and a Silcoon here. I'll just evolve whichever one my Wurmple does not evolve into. We still need 3 Pokemon here in Petalburg Woods, including Shroomish. Can't think of a more appropriate nickname than this. Next up, we do get our Silcoon. It doesn't matter how many times I play these games, I can never tell them apart. And finally, we get our monkey, Slackoth. I've never really used Slackoth or its evolution line, but I just love that it's here in these woods. It really adds to the ambiance of Emerald. Moving over to Route 116, we have Whismur. I think Whismur is pretty underrated. I really wish Loudred would have been on Norman's team. Next up, we have Abra. Like a true veteran of the game, I just threw a Pokeball and hoped for the best. Lacking both friends and a link cable as a child, I was never actually able to use an Alakazam in a playthrough. We also get our Nincada, which is nice. We'll get Ninjask and Shit Ninja pretty soon after. After about 45 minutes of running around, we were able to find the last Pokemon on this route, Skitty. Thank Arceus for Cerebi.net and their encounter tables. I believe there's always something more you can learn in life, so I made my way over to the trainer school before challenging Roxanne. Thankfully, my fan noticed the uptick in video quality. I will need a few playthroughs of all the Gen 3 games to complete the Pokedex. I think I'll do a more traditional playthrough on the next run around, but this time it's all about catching all the Pokemon. So here's a quick recap of how the gym battle went. Even when you choose Torchic, there's really no excuse to get washed by Roxanne. You can get Combuskin with Double Kick or any of the grass or water types that are abundantly available. For some reason, this old man gave me a cell phone with only his number preloaded, and after some diligent switch training, we were able to get our Wurmple up to a Dustox. Over in Dewford, a fisherman gave me his rod. That unlocks 3 Pokemon for us, including 2 right here on Dewford. We have Tentacool and Magikarp. Granite Cave unlocks quite a few encounters for us. Everything here is new. First up is Geodude. We've also got Zubat. For some reason, you can get a Crobat in this game, but you can't get it in Fire Red and Leaf Green. We've also got Makuhita, a nice hard counter to Watson. I think those are his ears at the top of his head, but as a child, I thought that if you untied them, that his skin would just unravel. Here we have Aeron. I was never patient enough to train one of these up, but I'm hoping as a properly medicated adult, I'll be able to do so this time around. I found Steven hiding from his dad in the depths of Granite Cave. The last Pokemon in Granite Cave is Sableye. I did not realize that this would be the first real roadblock in the challenge. Let's see a nice montage of him eating all of my balls. Defeated and broke, I left Dewford in shame. I spent the rest of my money on new Pokeballs, and seeing as we're now back in Petalburg City, we can catch Goldeen. I think if Misty did not use a Goldeen and a Seeking in the anime, this would be one of the most forgotten Pokemon in existence. It is springtime now, so keep an eye out for the schools of Goldeen swimming up your local rivers. Against the advice of Steven, I did see his dad again, and he gave me this weird-looking collar. And now we return to Granite Cave to see if we can redeem ourselves. Let's see if 40 Pokeballs is enough to get the job done. I didn't realize at the time, but Sableye actually has the same catch rate as Bagon, a pseudo-legendary. But with him on board, that brings us up to 27, although it's actually 28 because Lotad evolved into Lombre, and I lost the footage. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.